Svalbard, the frozen frontier. Far beyond the Arctic Circle, halfway between mainland Norway and the North Pole, lies one of the most remote and extraordinary places on Earth, Svalbard. This Arctic archipelago is a world of towering glaciers, frozen fjords, rugged mountains, and vast stretches of untouched wilderness. It is a land where nature dominates every aspect of life, and where the environment remains as wild today as it has for thousands of years. Covering more than 61,000 square kilometers, Svalbard is made up of several islands surrounded by the icy waters of the Arctic Ocean. Nearly 60% of the land is covered by glaciers, while much of the remaining ground is permanently frozen beneath layers of permafrost. These icy landscapes have been shaped over countless years, creating dramatic mountains, deep valleys, and breathtaking coastlines. The Arctic climate makes Svalbard a place of remarkable extremes. During the summer months, the midnight sun shines 24 hours a day, filling the landscape with continuous daylight. Even at midnight, the sun remains above the horizon, allowing wildlife and people to remain active around the clock. In contrast, winter brings the polar night, when the sun disappears below the horizon for months. Although daylight is absent, the darkness is often broken by the soft glow of moonlight reflecting off the snow and the spectacular aurora borealis. Curtains of green, purple, and red light dance across the Arctic sky, creating one of nature's most breathtaking displays. Despite its harsh environment, Svalbard supports an incredible variety of wildlife, perfectly adapted to life in the high Arctic. The most famous resident is the polar bear, the largest land predator on Earth. Built for survival in freezing temperatures, polar bears depend on sea ice to hunt seals, making the frozen ocean an essential part of their habitat. In Svalbard, there are nearly as many polar bears as people, and anyone traveling outside settlements must always remain aware of their presence. The surrounding Arctic waters are home to walruses, seals, and several species of whales. Massive walruses gather along beaches and ice floes, using their long tusks to pull themselves onto the ice after feeding on shellfish beneath the sea. During the short Arctic summer, millions of seabirds return to Svalbard's towering cliffs. Puffins, little auks, guillemots, kittiwakes, and Arctic terns transform the quiet coastline into one of the busiest bird habitats in the Arctic. On land, Svalbard reindeer graze across the tundra, while Arctic foxes roam the valleys in search of food. Every plant and animal found here has evolved unique adaptations to survive long, dark winters and short growing seasons. Glaciers dominate much of Svalbard's landscape. These immense rivers of ice slowly move toward the sea, carving valleys and shaping mountains over thousands of years. As glaciers reach the coastline, enormous pieces of ice break away into the ocean, forming floating icebergs that drift through the fjords. These glaciers are not only spectacular natural wonders, but also valuable records of Earth's climate. By studying layers of ancient ice, scientists can learn how the planet's climate has changed over thousands of years. Today, Svalbard is one of the world's leading centers for Arctic research. Scientists from many countries work here to monitor glaciers, sea ice, wildlife, weather, and climate change. Because the Arctic is warming faster than most other regions, the information collected in Svalbard helps researchers better understand changes affecting the entire world. One of Svalbard's most remarkable landmarks is the global seed vault. Hidden deep inside a frozen mountain, this secure facility stores millions of crop seeds from countries around the world. Often called the Doomsday Vault, it serves as a global backup for agriculture, protecting the diversity of crops for future generations. Tourism has also become an important part of life in Svalbard. Visitors come to experience glacier cruises, dog sledding, snowmobiling, hiking, kayaking, and wildlife photography. Whether witnessing the midnight sun in summer or the northern lights in winter, every season offers unforgettable experiences. However, Svalbard is also on the front line of climate change. Rising temperatures are causing glaciers to retreat, sea ice to shrink, and permafrost to thaw. These changes affect wildlife, ecosystems, and communities, while providing scientists with valuable insights into the future of our planet. Svalbard is a place where nature still rules. It is a land of silence, ice, and extraordinary beauty. From towering glaciers and frozen fjords to polar bears and the endless Arctic sky, every part of this remote wilderness reminds us of the power and fragility of the natural world. Svalbard is the Arctic in its purest form.